MCU fans, what is up? It's your man's Armand here for E equals MCU. And MCU boss Kevin Feige has finally explained why Miss Marvel's powers got changed. Yes, the new upcoming Miss Marvel series is coming up, and in the trailer, it is noticeably that her power set is very different than what it was in the comics. Kevin Feige is saying that there's a reason for that. There are no stretchy powers for Miss Marvel akin to Mr. Fantastic. Let's listen to why Feige, or what Feige said. Now, this comes to us from an interview he did with Empire. He explains, and this is per Feige. Feige said, Kamala's original powers were due to the character's coming about in a specific time within the comic book continuity. And that continuity didn't match within the very specific time within the MCU continuity. Fans will learn about where those powers come from as they watch the show and how it's specific to the MCU. So that's a very Feige answer, in my opinion. But he's acknowledging that the powers will be different. He did go on to say that, quote, he goes on to say that we adapt the comics. It's not an exact translation. Kamala came about in a very specific time within the comic book continuity, and she's now coming into a very specific time in the MCU continuity. Those two things didn't match. But we will learn about where those powers come from and how they come about and how it's specific to the MCU. You will see great comic splash panels in some of our action sequences. If you want big, giant hands and arms, well, they're here in spirit. It's not in stretchy, plastic type ways. It taps into the future of her story and as it connects to her other friends that she will meet in the upcoming film, The Marvels. She's interested in knowing great, and this doesn't make sense. Okay, she's interested in knowing great. Does that mean I'm an Asgardian? Or, great, does that mean I'm an Asgardian? Or did I get hit with gamma rays? No, it's seemingly none of those things. It goes to her own past and her heritage and lineage. So that is his explanation for why her power set is different in the MCU. We know he's alluding to the Inhumans and the fact that the Inhumans, technically are not in the 616 continuity MCU timeline, but we did get to see Black Bolt in the recent Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So that is interesting, but that makes sense. We don't have Inhumans yet. Maybe they still make her Inhuman. To me, it doesn't seem that it would be that much of a problem to explain that she's an Inhuman and just be the first Inhuman introduced. And really what I was hoping for is through her series that they would explain that she was an Inhuman, and then maybe start to introduce some of the royal family, or reintroduce them as they will be in our MCU continuity timeline. But they have a plan. They're going with it. However they decide to bring in Inhumans and X-Men and Fantastic Four and explain where they've been and why they were not around, it's going to be interesting to see. But with that said, I am still very excited for this series. We're getting a lot of different flavor, man, and I'm just here for all of it. I know there's a lot of, griping and stuff, and I'm just trying to be appreciative of everything. Like, Doctor Strange was its own thing. It got that horror aspect. That's what I felt like it should be, and I feel like that's what Marvel should do with all of their properties going forward. Not everything should be for everybody. You know what I mean? The Avengers movies can try to be for everybody, but when you get into specific, like this Miss Marvel thing, I know it's kind of a teeny bopper show or whatnot. I'm still gonna watch it. You know what I mean? No shame. I'm here for it. I'm still gonna watch it, and I hope that it's good. They've been giving us quality, but they have had their problems with Marvel Studios TV so far. So I think they're trying to work out the kinks. I'm here for it. Let me know how you feel down in the comment section if you're here for it as well. If you plan on watching Miss Marvel, at least giving it a chance. If you're hyped for it, if you're excited for it, or if you're not. Let me know down in the comment section. That's the news for today. It's your boy Armand. I'm out.